Eagle Eye software was designed specifically for the power sweeping industry. However, it's readily adaptable to any wheel-based service industry, such as garbage collection, snow plowing, or lawn care. Eagle Eye software is designed to deliver the following advantages to its users. First, accountability. This system captures what is really going on in the field. Eagle Eye software documents what work has been completed and how it's been completed for verification to your customers upon request. This system will capture actual job costing data so you can compare the bid to actual job costs. This will help you bid future jobs in a way to ensure you are making a profit. Our system provides you with exception reports that identify items that are beyond the acceptable standards that you have created for each job. Second, versatility. Eagle Eye software, although specifically designed for the power sweeping industry, can be easily adapted for other wheel-based service industries such as snow plowing, lawn care, or garbage collection. Our system can be installed universally in all wheel-based vehicles. Third, reduction in labor costs. Because our equipment timestamps all events, such as leaving the gate, time and speed via the route and on the job, and brooms up or down, it allows our customers to pay for work done, not just promised. This is a great sales advantage compared to your competition. This system allows you to pay for performance and thus quantifies the actual labor necessary to complete a route of jobs. You pay for performance against a realistic and actual standard. We've seen reductions of overtime as much as 50% and regular hours by as much as 15%, putting more profit in your pocket. Fourth and finally, safety. The operators understand that their driving can be reviewed. Thus, they drive with additional attention to their speed and safety. There have been occasions where a sweeper was in an accident. With the Eagle Eye software solution, it was easily documented as to the speed, whereabouts, and actual driving that took place leading up to the incident involving the sweeper. That type of information is critical in determining the lack of liability for the respective sweeping company. So, what's involved? The Eagle Eye solution consists of both GPS technology that captures locations and events, as well as software that provides the tracking and reporting of the work being done. All work is timestamped, and you can actually see the route that was taken to and from the job, as well as the pattern of sweeping that occurred. This conveys whether the property was covered in its entirety or not. What a great tool to have if the customer has questions or issues. In addition, the system identifies any information that may exceed defined parameters. For example, if the sweeper stopped for more than 2 minutes, clearly enough time for a red light, we can capture that and specify this on the exception report. Since the system has captured the start and stop times, as well as verifies that the worker and equipment has worked within the defined parameters, our system can provide actual time worked for payroll input. Having a tool like this as a value add is sure to excite and help you sell new customers. The Eagle Eye GPS technology also captures events. In the power sweeping industry, we are currently capturing the following events. Are the brooms up or down? Is the driver in the seat or not, and for how long? What's the date, elapsed time, and job completion time of the route? What's the location or job being completed within the route? The events captured here are relative to the power sweeping industry, but understand that events can be tailored to meet the needs of your specific industry. In addition, Eagle Eye software provides a breadcrumb route analysis. This is available with both an animated route as well as a static route image. This capability provides the user with a map of both the route and the job completed, detailing where the vehicle was, how fast the vehicle was moving, and what event switches were collected during the route. As an example of an event switch, were the brooms up or down at a specific time? Was the driver in the seat or was he out performing handwork, and if so, for how long? This picture outlines the hardware required to drive the Eagle Eye system. We recommend that our system is hardwired directly into the electrical system of the vehicle. The large box is the GPS and event capture device. The small box and wires are the external GPS antenna, and the wiring harness shown connects to the specific switches, such as the seat, broom, or other event switches you want to collect data from. Eagle Eye software collects data from your field vehicle using Bluetooth technology. The batch capture downloads when the vehicle returns to the yard. Here's how the system works. First, Eagle Eye software provides each customer with detailed instructions on how to load information onto your computer for each of your jobs, as well as how that job fits into your routes. The user manual provides you with simple instructions for setting up a geofence around each job, as well as time standards to perform the work. As you perform your work, you'll be able to further define your geofence from a GPS standpoint, providing you with even more information regarding the job and work performed. Relax. This is a simple process and we are always there to assist if need be. Second, the operator route schedule is then created. This sequenced route schedule details what jobs are to be performed on each day by each driver. This system is completely flexible. Therefore, if a driver calls in sick or a piece of equipment breaks down, it's very simple to make those adjustments. Third, we are now ready to perform the work. As the vehicle leaves the yard, the time and date are time-stamped and stored in our collection device. Our GPS system collects the route the driver took to get to each job, as well as collects the actual sweeping pattern performed on that job. It then tracks the path taken to job number 2 on that route. During this time, if the vehicle stops for a red light, we know how long it stopped. As an example, we generally allow 2 minutes. If the stop on the route is much longer than that, we collect the data and provide it on one of our exception reports. We can then ask the driver what occurred. Obviously, the driver may need to stop for fuel or for a breakdown. Fourth and finally, after the route is completed and the driver returns to the yard, the Eagle Eye solution captures the return time to the yard and then downloads all the captured data from the route via Bluetooth to your computer system, thus allowing the software to manipulate the data to provide the reports listed. This is the input screen for the job standard settings for a job labeled Foundation Park Plaza. The overall estimated time is identified at 3/4 of an hour. Job miles, gutter broom time, sweep time, time out of the cab, as well as total time for the job standards are set. These can be changed at any time. In addition, the parameters over and above the estimates are also identified. For example, the estimate is that this job should use 10 minutes of gutter broom time. Our tolerances are 30% above and 30% below that estimate. This means that the time could be anywhere between 7 to 13 minutes before it would be identified on the exception report. The system allows for both job and route adjustments. Notice the total job time estimated for this route is 8.09 hours. The route is broken down by the different job locations that comprise the route and their estimated times to perform each job. Also, please note the highlighted line at the bottom. This schedule will need to be rolled within the next 9 days. This image displays all the routes performed on the day selected, as well as the jobs captured by GPS on the selected route. The vehicle selected here is number 93. The screen identifies each job within the route with arrival and departure times by date. Therefore, the sweeping company has a history of the work done on each job within the route. This can be analyzed to determine if the route can be done faster. Do we need more time? Is it the most efficient route from a time standpoint? And so on. History also tells us whether the current driver is performing within the historical times for each job and the entire route. This is a screenshot of the job performance report, which allows the user to select any date range for a job and get a snapshot comparison of actual performance against the targeted performance and hourly rate. The averages are created 2 ways. The first is a pure average based on the number of events indicated in the reported date range, and the second is a modified mid-80% average, which deletes the high 10% numbers and the low 10% numbers in each category. The mid-80% average is helpful in tuning up the performance targets for the job based on history. This is a powerful tool in determining the profitability of a job over time. This image allows you to view the entire route overlaid on a map. The different color of the route identifies the speed which the vehicle was traveling during that part of the trip. You can see the mile per hour schedule on the left of the screen, defined by the specific colors. This screen image defines the gate-to-gate payroll for Unit 93 for the route that was run on October 17, 2010. The route commences by leaving the gate at 9:30 p.m. and ends on October 18, 2010, when the driver arrives back in the yard at 6:37 a.m. There were no problems with the start time, and there were 2 minutes of assigned off-job stops as a standard. Yet this route had 5 stops for a total of 26 minutes. Why? This operation allows for 15 minutes of prep time prior to departure, and 20 minutes to clean up the vehicle after it comes back to the yard. The total operation time is 521 minutes plus 35 minutes for prep and cleanup, for a total of 556 minutes worked. In addition, there were 38 minutes of paid breaks, for a total hours paid of 594 minutes. While that seems like a lot of data, the system calculates all of this without effort. Good drivers like the system because they make more money. However, the data presented also makes it easy to identify and document the drivers not doing the job. Here we have the exceptions report. Managing by exception allows the manager to only have to focus on issues outside the norm. Remember the 5 stops we discussed earlier. The top 5 lines on this screen, marked with the red stop signs, identify each stop for vehicle 93 and the time of the stop. This is an abbreviated report due to the size of the screen. There is significantly more data that tells the story of when and where. In addition, by looking at the actual breadcrumb animation overlaid on the map, we can be very specific as to where these stops occurred. Do you see the hand that identifies the hand work time? How about the clock representing job time outside of the standard? S identifies excessive speed while sweeping. This report is collected for the manager to review and determine if there needs to be a discussion with the driver in regards to any of these exceptions. After the driver sees the data available, the quantity of exceptions decreases immensely. This screen is one taken from the animated breadcrumb trail. You can clearly see when the driver is in the seat and the sweeping head is down because they are highlighted in green. The sweeping pattern is clearly identified as well. This is a snapshot of the actual sweeping pattern of a job with speeds during the job specified. The yellow indicates the driver was between 11 and 19 mile per hour, while the red indicates under 10 mile per hour. Can we teach a new driver the appropriate sweeping patterns for the best results? Can you document the work that was accomplished last night when a customer calls to question or complain? You bet you can with Eagle Eye's software solution. This breadcrumb route report shows you the entire route including all jobs as well as the travel route between jobs. It provides timestamps so you know where the sweeper was at any given time. It clearly defines the sweeping pattern while on the job as well as the speed that the sweeper was moving at any given point during the route. For example, a customer questions whether the job was swept last evening. You can show them this animation. The police ask if the driver was driving erratically or speeding. Show them the breadcrumb trail to clearly show the innocence of the driver. The driver has an accident. The breadcrumb trail clearly shows the driver was speeding or not driving safely. Accountability is a good thing. The Eagle Eye software solution delivers accountability, versatility, reduced labor costs, and safety, improving your operation and putting more money in your pocket. Because our equipment timestamps all events, such as leaving the gate, brooms up or down, and vehicle stops during the route and on the job, it allows our customers to pay for work done, not just promised. This is a great sales advantage compared to your competition. This system allows Eagle Eye clients to pay for performance and quantifies the actual labor necessary to complete a route of jobs. You pay for performance against a realistic and actual standard. We've seen reductions of overtime as much as 50% and regular hours by as much as 15%, putting more profit in your pocket. Safety is critical, and yes, it saves money. The operators understand that their driving can be reviewed. Because of this, they drive with additional attention to their speed and safety. There have been occasions where a sweeper was in an accident. With the Eagle Eye software solution, it was easily documented as to the speed, whereabouts, and actual driving that took place leading up to the incident involving the sweeper. That type of information is critical in determining the lack of liability for the respective sweeping company. Thank you very much for your time. If you have further questions regarding our company or our solution, please feel free to speak with any of our sales representatives, visit our website at www.eetrack.com, or give us a call at 1-855-EE-TRACK. That's 1-855-338-7225.